Good morning, everyone. You have me again this morning. And in my thoughts about this live today, I was thinking. I said, I bet people are wondering who are these folks? Because it's just like we popped up on the scene all of a sudden. But I was coming to you this morning to tell you a little bit about us. Um, First of all, you know we're married. we've been together like 25 plus years. But out of all those 25 plus years, 15 of them we've been married. So we were together 10 years before he even popped the question. I guess he had to be sure. But then again, in the beginning, I had a lot of issues from baggage from my past, but he was patient and waited on me, which I'm thankful for. Also, he has 5 kids. He has 2 girls. No, he has 3 girls and 2 boys, and he has, I think, six, maybe 8 grandkids. I didn't count them all this morning. And then me, I have mentioned my daughter before. I also have a son. I had 3 children. I had a son. I have a son and a daughter that are still alive. My youngest son, he passed in 2011. And from that, we have 15, I have 15 grandkids. But my son that passed in 2011, he only had one. The majority of them are my son. He said he never was going to have any kids, and he wound up having the majority of them. And then, but that's all I want to kind of put out there to let you guys know a little bit about us. Because from time to time, as I have done in the past videos, I will refer to one of our children. And I just want to also add that sometimes during the video, because we've been in dialysis so long, we just automatically start talking the medical language. And if it's something that we're talking about and you don't even understand it, it's okay to, even if you want to put it in while we're live, to say, can you explain that? And then if I don't see it till after I get off, I would definitely explain it to you. I know the other day when I was on, I talked about first chair. First chair is when you go in first thing early in the morning, because you have first chair, second chair, and third chair. And first chair is, I think it's at 6.
First shift, second shift.
First shift, second shift, and third shift. And the first shift is usually around 6 in the morning. The second shift is around 11. And the third shift is around 3 in the evening. So anytime I say something, I would try to go back and re-clarify it for you. I'm just hoping that I can catch it. If not, just pop me a question. I really don't mind talking to you guys. As you can see, I really don't mind talking to you guys. And you know, when we first started doing this, and Emil was always on the camera, I was really glad, because I knew that I had the stuttering problem. And I was really glad that he was doing all the talking. But he said something very encouraging to me yesterday. Not yesterday, but the other day after our last live. He said to me that I remind him of when when I was on the radio. See, back in the mid-90s, I was at a former church, and I can give you that name, Judy in Georgia. Judy Johnson, she's Pastor Judy Johnson now, and Evangelist Georgia Wallace. And myself, we were all on the radio, and on a radio program called Get Your House in Order. And we will come to you live every Saturday. And I sure enjoyed that. But we were on live every Saturday from 5 to 5:30, and then sometime the people that came on after us was not going to be able to be on live, and so what they would do would give us their spot also. So sometimes we had like a whole hour, and we would sing and give the word, pass the word on to other people. Also, just for you who really don't know, I am a licensed and ordained minister. But my area that I love to work in the ministry is marriage. I laugh because that's not funny. I laugh because my area that I love to minister in is marriage, and for a while, like I told you at the last live, for 10 years, for some years, I really didn't like my husband. So I had to really evaluate myself and see what was going on with me. And then just in the strength of God, asked him to point it out to me and what I need to do. And he did just that. And, uh, I know there are times when I bring God into this, but I wouldn't even be here. It's his breath that I breathe anyway. It's his voice that I use. And I'm so thankful for that. And I sit one day at my kitchen table. That's my come to meeting spot. And I was asking God, what do I need to do to make things right with me and my husband? Am I doing anything wrong? First of all, I had to ask, what is my part in this? And then he politely said to me, you're trying to do something that your husband is not, he's not that person. And what it was, I seen my mom and dad have an excellent marriage, and I was just trying to copy my mom's marriage. And then he politely showed me that my mom was married to my dad, and Emil and my dad are two different people, and he would just guide me on how to love him. And so ever since then, things have been going really great. And I laugh because first thing just popped in my mind was being submissive. And I never thought that I would find myself being submissive. Not just jumping like Edith Bunker would do and run around and just holler Archie. But it really helped me. If every day I just asked him to lead me and guide me in the area toward my husband, and to work on me as a person. And he has really done that. Believe it or not, he has really, I wasn't the only one he worked on. He really worked on him too. And I just don't think God would be that unequal, that unfair, and just work on me and not work on him. At the same time, we were both being worked on, and I'm so thankful for that. Also, I just want to also let you guys know, all of the videos are up on Instagram. I had to go in and redo them on the day we didn't dialyze because the format was wrong. I found out, also I'm the tech person. Also, I found out in my research that you have to choose the size of your photo, of your video that you want. And they was putting them in one by one. And the one by one videos was cutting one of us out. And for me, that was fine. And they're all on there. And then his Instagram is Emilio Hughes 1. Also, I got half of them up on YouTube, but they'll only allow you to post so many a day because Emil's got to go in and do the verification. I guess he'll do it later on today. If not, I can post it because it said either you got take 24 hours and they're give them 24 hours or do the verification. So I decided to just give them the 24 hours. And their YouTube is Emilio E. Hughes. That's his YouTube. And I kind of made myself a few notes because I realized that there's so many things that come to my mind that I want to say, that I just have to write them down. But anyway, I just want to thank you guys for tuning in. Did I also say welcome to the Peanut Gallery? uh, I thank you guys for tuning in once again. And like I said, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, if you don't want to post them at the end of the video, in the bottom of this video, you can always message me or Emilio, and we will get back with you. And no questions are dumb questions, and all questions are welcome, no matter how minute they might seem to you. But if there's something you need to know, we're here for you. That's all I have to say today. I think I've said enough. As my husband always say, we wish you love, peace, and happiness. Thank you.